Hi there, and welcome to the September 2021 product update for iplicit. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the new and exciting features and enhancements. So let's take a look at some of the highlights for the September 2021 release. The first item that we're going to take a look at today is the enhancements of charges and them now being available on customer receipts. Then we will take a look at the custom data fields now available for posting attributes and how we can use them to default attributes on transactions when using a project. We also have the improvements to the year-end process and the ability to now roll over attributes during this process. We will then take a look at the enhancements made to the timesheet products and how you can now assign sales and purchase costs to a resource group. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the AutoFX Realize process. This means that we can now, at the click of a button, automatically create the FX Realize journal. So first we're going to take a look at the charges and them now being available on customer receipts. Providing the payment method and charges have been configured correctly in the system, you can now see that we can attach a charge cost to a customer receipt just as we did for supplier payments. This is really useful for posting collection charges with the receipt rather than having to complete a separate transaction. Now we'll take a look at the ability to set up custom defaults against the project so the posting attributes can be defaulted when the project is used. If I go to the project group, I can now create custom fields and select the attribute list that I want to use. Once saved, I can go to the project and default the attribute against the project. When this project is then used on a transaction, you can see the default attributes being populated. Now we're going to take a look at the improvements to the year-end rollover. You can see on my current TB the funds amount for £20,000. If I now go to my environment defaults, I can select which attribute I want the system to use when doing the year-end rollover. I can now go and do my year-end process and make sure that I submit the journal. Now when I run my current TB, you will see that the £20,000 has been brought over into the new financial year in the brought forward period against the fund. Next, we're going to take a look at the new feature on timesheet products. When setting up a timesheet product, I can now assign a different sales and purchase cost against not only a resource, but now a resource group, making it much easier to set up the prices against a group of resources and not having to add them all individually if the cost depends on the resource completing the work. Finally, we're going to take a look at the new auto-generated FX Realized journal the system is now able to create. When I go to the FX Realized, I can select Auto FX Realized and then select my criteria based on the currency, legal entity and document type, and I can also submit. Once this is completed, we can see here the journal that the system has created and posted with itemised lines for each of the transactions. So to recap what we've seen today, we've seen the improvements to charges and how we can now use these for customer receipts. We've had a look at the option to now set up attributes as custom fields on projects so that these can now be defaulted on transactions. We've seen the improvements to the year-end process and how we can now select which attributes to roll over for the new year. We have then looked at the ability to now assign sales and purchase costs against resource groups on timesheet products. And then lastly, we've had a look at the AutoFX Realized journal creation. Thank you for watching the product update for September 2021. If you would like to know more, please do not hesitate to contact our support team with any questions or queries. We do now offer online bite-sized training courses for any users who would like to learn more about the system, including some of the features that you've seen today. Our email address is support@iplicit.com. Thank you for watching.